No, it's fine. Carry on. Right, let me just let everyone know that we've started. And we'll get underway. Hang on, let me get the chat up. See who we've got. No, hopefully not Martin. Okay, hello Martin, Logan, Damo, Stephen. What's happened to the stream? What do you mean what's happened to the stream? It's going all fine. Oh, it's hot in here. I've added an extra coach on, so now it's 13 coach. Triple header. It's not 220th, it's 200th. So yeah, this is the last day of my Railway 200 celebrations. Hang on a sec. So this one will be at least double the length tonight. 4 hours, maybe more. Next 200 years? Indeed, train guy. Railway 200. Hang on. Talking rubbish? Alright. Anita, darling. Why did I say that? I've now got Cruella de Vil's theme in my head because Unlucky Tug compared Daisy's theme to Cruella de Vil's theme in his most recent video, his Sodor's Finest on Daisy, which I was sure was going to be about Pond Gordon. Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. Just a minute. I'll read the chat again in a moment. Oh, no one else has said anything yet. Right. I tested the layout earlier, so it should be working. Okay. Oh, hello, Jacob. Nice to see you. So, Railway 200 itself may have been yesterday, but we're continuing the celebrations tonight for one more day, seeing as I already have it. Seeing as I already done it. Right. Indeed, Spyro and Cinder 200, welcome. I was seeing Gala yesterday in case you hadn't tried it. North Yorkshire Steam Gala, nice. Is Sting loading for their Gala in October? Oh, nice, Stephen. Who is it? Right. That's everything sorted, so let's get the triple header going. And pray to God it doesn't derail tonight. We'll just put it on we'll just keep it on 3/4 speed. Oh, we've already had a derailment of one of the coaches. I don't understand why it keeps slipping off. So same consist as yesterday. Same consist as yesterday, only with an extra coach. So that's 13 coaches now, as opposed to 12. Here we are. Railway 200 special. My boy, Meatballs is for dinner. You filming your channel intro? Nice. Number 1 Rocks and Broad, awesome. And you saw a 9F as well. Bugger. And you saw a 9 as well. It was the hole that came off. Triple header, yeah. A little further. No, I moved it too far that time. Hold on. Yeah, that'll be fine. I don't think my B12 alone would be strong enough to pull all 13 of these coaches. So tend to derail immediately. Right. There we are, just keep it on 3/4 speed, don't go full speed. Should reduce the chance of derailment. Ah, now the hall's driving wheels have locked up. Hang on. Is she here? Right. Ugh. What's the chat saying? Jinx it, Martin. Right, yes, I am going to Giants of Steam this year. Train guy. Tracy Joe on the line? I don't know. Flying Scotsman this year, you won't tell me where I'm seeing it? Alright. Yeah, at the time Roxon Brawl was built, there was a diesel called Tracy Joe. Hang on. Shit. Just a minute. Right. Well. Well, looks like all the engines are still on the track. Now for some reason the wheels on the hall keep locking up. Can't fathom why. They keep slipping out of alignment. Piston rods keep slipping out of alignment. Anita, darling. If this keeps happening, I'll just take out the hall and just have Tornado and the B12 pull this train. This keeps... Come on. Right. There we are. Hello, Tank Engine Media. It's been a while since we've seen you. Welcome. Don't jinx it. We'll try not to. There we go. So, how's everyone doing? My question to you all tonight is, especially for all you train enthusiasts, how have you guys been celebrating Railway 200? Have you been doing any live streams, any special videos for your YouTube channel? Or perhaps have you been going to any of the official Railway 200 events? Or any Heritage Railway galas? Please do tell me in the chat. I'd love to know how you guys have been celebrating Railway 200. And isn't it brilliant how the same year as Railway 200 was also the 80th anniversary of Thomas the Tank Engine? It's almost like it was all meant to be this year. It's almost like the planets were all supposed to align this year in terms of the railways. Days now, nice. Okay, good. So how have all you train enthusiasts been celebrating Railway 200 this year? Not just this weekend, but throughout this year as a whole. Oh, and tornadoes come uncoupled. How did that happen? Now, how did that happen? Now, shit. Everything was perfectly on the track. Then suddenly he decides to pull them all over. It was going well until the tornado decided to uncouple himself. Do you remember going back to describe it? Nice. Damn it, tornado. So what's any customers put in? Nice. Hello, Wheat Dude. Nice to see you. There's actually three single length pieces here, which is causing the track to flex too much at this point. So I'm swapping out two of the single ones with a single double double-length piece. I'm taking out 2 of the short straight pieces and putting on 1 long straight. This should allow for better riding around this, for straighter tracks around this area. Buggeration. Why did I say that in a Scottish accent? Welcome back, Jacob. Driving trains at Vanstone? Oh. Well, I've done many railway... I guess, aside from these streams I've been doing for Railway 200, I guess I've been celebrating Railway 200 this year by going to the Didcot Railway Centre for the first time, doing all those long railway trips around Europe, especially the one all the way to Scandinavia. Going to the Gloucestershire and Warwickshire Railway for the first time, even though that didn't quite go to plan. Oh yeah, I went to the National Railway Museum with my grandparents during the year of Railway 200. So I guess that was a way to celebrate it. Oh, and later on in October, I'm doing a rail tour in October, as you all know, which is hopefully going to be steam hauled part of the way. Oh yes, and I've started seeing more rail tours in person, steam rail tours. I'm seeing another one tomorrow at Tunbridge. So yes, aside from these streams I've been doing all weekend, I've been doing a lot of other things to celebrate Railway 200, more than I realised. I may not have been to any of the official Railway 200 events, but I've certainly been celebrating Railway 200 in my own way. Hello, Coiny Gamer, nice to see you. You celebrated by watching the 19th century stream? Awesome, train guy. Well, guess if that's your opinion, James. I may run my HST at some point in this stream, but for now I want to run this 13 coach triple header. Triple header. Darling. Right. See if this will be any better now. You know, this is a good speed to run this train at. I've got the power dial set at 3 o'clock at the moment. This is a good speed. Oh, and the Hall's wheels have locked up again. They were fine until now. There'll be a quick way to fix this. And just put it in reverse. Briefly. There we go. Give it a push. No. Too much of a push. Oh, and they've left the coaches behind again.
I agree, James. Mark Williams episodes? Cool.
Is Jacob JCB still there?
Bum, bum.
I think the problem with why some of these coaches keep derailing, I think some of the bogies are just too light and too worn out. They jump, and therefore jump the tracks too easily. I think that's another reason why these coaches derail so much. Yeah, 3 o'clock's a good power setting to have it on.
No, I'm not.
Oh, we've got another lock up. Got another wheel lock. If Cunningham Hall's wheels keep locking up, I'll just take Cunningham Hall off. Probably replace him with the Britannia. No, it's not funny. I agree, James.
Just give me a minute, guys.
All arguments are invalid? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it's such a long train to go for you guys to see because you can keep just seeing the whole train come round. Let me move these two buildings so you guys can get a better view. Okay. No. No, we've got a derailment. Now, for some reason, the middle bogey of the 11th coach is jumping the track. Cocktails. You're now thinking about what implications are they, James? Oh god, we've had another lockup. Boom, 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 boom. Daisy. It's not down. Cruel. Oh, oh. That reminds me, Douglas Stepney a bit. What about the Railway Series story triple header, where Doc, Thomas and Percy all triple head a train? Being listened to an overgrid. That is interesting. Right. Well, it is going a little bit better than yesterday. I'm impressed that such long trains and most have been staying on the tracks. Not relevant. I'm afraid. Are those the two columns? No, I don't really know. Seriously, Demo? That's an odd saying, hope you're sorry. I am the Penguin! Mad scientist extraordinaire! I love the voice he does. Sort of, Stephen. Oh no!
Derailment and an uncoupling.
At least it didn't result in the entire train toppling over.
Just a few of the coaches. God, this railway. If I were a real railway controller, I'd be in a lot of debt right now.
What with all the derailments that happen on this layout. I really do need to make this layout more professional. Put it on a baseboard and such. I think a part came off the hall. I was wondering what that snapping noise was. Doesn't matter, it still works, it's just a cosmetic really. Why did you retract that message, Stephen? Why are you asking about kids magazines on a model railway stream? Most of us are here for Railway 200. Well, the last day of the Stockton and Darlington weekend celebrations, anyway. And I guess
I guess I can still celebrate Railway 200 because to my knowledge, the replica of Locomotion was out on the national network again today. Come on. Bugger. Derailment again. It's because I pushed it too hard though. What's going on? It's caught somewhere. Now one of the couplings of one of the Pullmans has broken off again. The Pullmans. Oh, well, kind of. Can you go on the bridge? I see, nice. Here's the broken coupling. Prunes. Golden. And then the golden. Person. Why are you asking everyone in the chat if they've got kids magazines at their house? Do you seriously think every person in the world owns kids magazines, mate? Because guess what? They don't. Boys home, yes. Oh really, Demo? Where's your source for that? What was wait? One. Alright. Effect control. Oh. What?
lunchtime. So any pictures animation, I see. Do you have the link to that demo? Can you Thomas. Pullman's Prissy Pull. Prissy Pulls. Dun, dun, dun. Shut. Shut. They were the most beautiful. Oh, not again! What's chat saying? Don't know who he is. What are you? Train lover.
Thanks. Right on. Right on. Raccoon. Yeah. On top. What? Go on. You. You. Really? I have a new which improvement which is I thought
Hang on. I'm actually thinking about a new Thomas story idea I only just now came up with. Any things to do? Oh, that doesn't matter, Jacob, but what have you been doing? Bum 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 bum. Yes. Dear. Gordon. Beautiful posh voice. And I'm just making sure there's no like kinks in the track under my chest of drawers. Right. Is it actually going to stay on the track this time? Oh.
What's chat saying? Hello, Joe. Nice to see you. Train set, packet light set at the moment. Nice. Oh well, Logan. To answer your question. Oh, for fuck's sake! Why is it doing so close to doing? Why you? Magazine collector, why are you asking everyone if they own magazines? Of course they're not gonna all own magazines. Translating. So, as I was saying, Logan, a Thomas story idea I've had is one where the Fat Controller asks Gordon to start pulling this special lunchtime express using luxury Pullman coaches. I don't think we ever had Pullman coaches in Thomas, despite them being some of the most iconic coaches in all of railway history. So Gordon's assigned to pull them, but all the Pullman coaches are very snobbish and horrible, so rather than Gordon being the pompous one and being humbled, I've decided the story would subvert that by having Gordon be the one to teach the coaches that lesson, to teach the coaches humility. I haven't worked out the details of the story yet, but I think it would work really well. What do you guys think? Got the Pullman coat as a very slow, rather than subvert by having would subvert. Hello. Croissant Lover 98. That was Crossover Lover 98. Have you been to these streams before? If not, then welcome to the stream and welcome to my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. What do you mean language, tongue culture? I'm allowed to swear on here. Swearing's not illegal or dangerous. I'm allowed to swear. If you don't like my swearing, don't watch my videos or live streams. I'm alright, Crossover Lover. Doing Great Central and Midhants Railway next weekend? Nice. I ought to go to the Midhants Railway one day. Should be fairly easy to get to from where I live. Should be able to get a train direct from London Waterloo to Alton. Well, that's your choice, magazine collector. My choice is that I use strong language on this channel. It's not illegal or dangerous, nor does it violate YouTube's community guidelines. So I will swear on my channel whether the people here like it or not. You were born in 1998 too? Awesome. Hello Mitch, nice to see you. I've just been telling everyone about another Thomas story idea I've had. I was born in 2004. You were born in 1996? Nice. Different months, I know. Makes sense. Control. 1999, nice. Right. I should retract that message, Stephen. $25 now? Nice.
A special lunchtime express. How would you? But when you- How would you like to? I think if you were, I think you could go over. You'll be using how? You'll be using you'll be my coaches. Where to put it? Fine. 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 It's such the speech.
Born in April, I see. The speed limit obeys me. Oh god. 2003, nice. Maybe there's a C. Oh yeah, you did say you were from Deal, Mitch. I'm not saying the town I live in though.
It would be pop. I, Jim. pre-grouping.
Bad history? Well, what do you mean bad history? No, they don't. What was?
You.
Hang on.
Oh,
Just a moment. Need to loo. I'll be right back.
dear. The Queen. I still. Ah, nice.
Hey, welcome back, Jacob. I know, crossover love. Please subscribe if you haven't already. See demo. The street I live? Yeah, me neither. Jacob, I was just telling everyone just now about a new Thomas story idea I had. Hang on. Shit. So Jacob, if you're listening, it's a Gordon story, basically. As a reward for pulling the express bang on time almost every day for a year, the Fat Controller gives Gordon his own special lunchtime express formed of beautiful Pullman coaches. Gordon is thrilled by the idea at first, until he discovers that the coaches themselves are very snobbish and horrible. I'm explaining it now, Jacob. So, rather than Gordon being the pompous one who learns, who's humbled by the end of the story, in this story, that common plot beat is subverted by instead having Gordon be the one to teach humility, showing how much Gordon's grown over the course of the series. And also because, to my knowledge, there have never been any Pullman coaches in the Thomas
Pullman coach characters in the Thomas series before. And I think having a rake of snobby Pullmans interacting with Gordon would make for a really good Thomas story. Hello. Thanks, Jacob. Same, Mitch. You busy running on out? Hello, Neon. Nice to see you. I was just telling Jacob about this Thomas story idea I've had just now. Why won't these coaches stop derailing? Gordon, in the story I've come up with, Gordon gets rewarded with his own special lunchtime express by the Fat Controller, formed of beautiful Pullman coaches, as a reward for pulling the express on time every day for almost a year. But unfortunately, the coaches are very pompous, snobby, and horrible, not only to Gordon, but to everyone else around them as well. So as a subversion to the usual trope of Gordon being the one to learn humility, this time Gordon is the one who teaches humility. You like that idea? Medieval fairs being held over Windsor Castle, bragging because of kings with their names. Oh yes, King James and King Henry. Nice, thanks, train guy. Oh, nice, Mitch. And I've literally now just decided that in order to link back to Thomas and Gordon's alliance, which is barely mentioned, after Gordon's book, at least to my knowledge, it's barely mentioned after that. The final straw for Gordon will come when the snobby Pullman coaches call Thomas some really awful names. That will be the final straw for Gordon. You still there, Leon? I don't know. Thanks, Damo. For Gordon. Just the passengers and the sit coaches. What ends up happening to each of the coaches, Jacob? Why do they keep coming off his train?
uncoupled again.
I'm not. What's going on?
Just bad luck. I see, Jacob. Interesting. There's the A1. Nice. And I take it you like my story idea for Gordon, Jacob. I think snobby Pullman coaches would be would make for brilliant Thomas characters. Who tells you I thank you, Jacob? You're pretty good writing yourself, Jacob. With Thomas stories. Derailing is meant to be a reference to? What is it meant to be a reference to? I don't know. The coaches on this layout always derailing? That's the underground railways we see.
Fuck.
Oh well, this dribble head has been running for long enough. Guess it's time to switch engines.
Lunchtime express.
Certain British historical monarch. Something to do with Henry VIII? Yes! Of course! Henry VIII and his 6 wives. Survives with only one coach, I see. Divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. Alright, see you later, Mitch. That is so clever, Jacob. Yes. Ow. Pardon me? What's the problem with that? That's offensive. Oh, fuck. Hang on, guys. Oh, yes, Jacob.
Oh, yeah, that would be funny, Jacob.
I wonder where Leon's gone. He's only here, but he only said one thing. Oh my god. Why won't these coaches stop derailing? Jump in the train. Knees. Fuddy duddy, fuddy duddy, fuddy duddy. Fuddy duddy, fuddy duddy. It's not good. Well, you're not going to get any back. Running your nails. Running your nipples. What is going on at this curve? It's causing these derailments. Had enough. I've had enough. I'm switching trains. Oh dear.
Oh, don't worry, Neon, welcome back. I don't know. Doing class over if you marry the 7th? Nice. Picture them hauling coaches? Nice. Big rangers and coaches? Indeed, Jacob. Welcome back, Neon. It's a whole class, Joe. Maybe, demos. I don't know what's up with her. Cassie used to always stay for quite a while at my streams. I don't know why she keeps leaving now.
Behave.
You still there, Neon?
Ow.
Coco, who was what?
Green and hot pink.
Do 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 do. Incredibly annoying whistle. What, like Coco from Chuggington?
Well, that would be something. Oh, bloody hell. Please. Steroids, please. I can see tornado on all 3 days of the blue. Oh, nice. Be back in 30 minutes, okay. Train center of a certain kid's show. Channel. Cocomelon. Train sonar of Cocomelon, perhaps. Yes! Knew it. Oh, fuck. Fuck me, I'm tired. I'll run my pannier now. Just a moment. Hello, Electro. Very nice to see you. Well, just let Neon know you're here. So, Electro, I've just now, during this stream, doing a day trip, nice, I actually, came up with an idea, a Thomas story idea, Electro. So, hang on. Hold on a minute. So, see these 3 coaches, Electro? Oh, shit. Coupling fell off. Hang on. Just need to fix the coupling. Shit. Oh, shit. Neon says he's distracted with art stuff at the moment. Oh, you sent me the fat controller with an iPad, believe it or not. Had me in stitches. Can you believe that, guys? In All Engines Go, the fat controller was actually using an iPad. If you can believe it. Ridiculous. Reverend Audrey would hate that. So, Electro. The Thomas story I'll sort this out later. So, Electro, the story idea that I've come up with. No, sorry, that's indeed. I did everything after season 2. Well, if you hated Henry's Forest, then yeah. So, Electro, you see these 3 coaches here? They're to do with my Thomas story. These are Pullman coaches. We talked about these in my recent Friday stream. Notice how very glamorous they are. They were mainly used on the railways on dining trains. Luxury first-class dining trains, such as the Golden Arrow from London to Dover. So the story idea I've come up with, Electro, because these coaches, yes, I do, Electro, because these coaches are so glamorous and so beautiful, I reckon they'd be perfect for a Gordon story. Especially as, to my knowledge, there haven't been any Pullman coach characters in Thomas. To my knowledge. Welcome back, Neon. Oh, nice, Joe. So, Neon and Electro, my Thomas story idea, impossible to write a bad Gordon story, indeed, is that as a reward for pulling the express on time almost every single day for a year, the Fat Controller rewards Gordon with his own special lunchtime express using a rake of 6 Pullman coaches in a very, very akin to the London to Dover Golden Arrow. Gordon is of course thrilled at this new job at first. That is until he finds out that the coaches he's going to be working with are very pompous and snobbish and just horrible. Me neither, Electro. So, rather than being the one who learns humility at the end of the story, like in most Gordon stories, Gordon is instead the one to teach humility to the coaches, basically subverting the Gordon story, the usual story beats of a Gordon story, and showing how far Gordon's character has come. That was part of it, Electro. Indeed, Neon. So what do you think, Electro? Me subverting the idea of Gordon being the pompous one, and instead being the one to teach humility. And another thing, this links back to Thomas and Gordon's alliance, which barely gets mentioned after it's first formed.
The final straw for Gordon, the thing that really triggers him to teach the coaches a lesson himself, is when the snobby Pullman coaches insult Thomas. Yeah, a bit like that, Electro. Indeed. So, do you like that story idea, Electro? And do you think it would work? Do you think a very snobby personality would work for gorgeous luxury Pullman coaches like these, Electro? Edward with Emily on standing? That would be good. So do you think very pompous and horrible personality would work well for glamorous Pullman coaches like these? Suppose it would? Nice. But what do you think of the coaches themselves, Electro? These Pullman coaches? These Pullman coaches, tied with the Eleni Artiques, are some of my favourite railway coaches ever built. Many real-life Pullmans have been preserved all over the country. I saw a long rake of Pullmans on the main line at Tunbridge earlier this week. Clan Line was pulling a Bellman Pullman train from London Victoria to Dover and back, recreating the Golden Arrow. You think these coaches are the rolling stock cousins of Spencer? I suppose you're right. They are as splendid and glamorous. They do look as splendid and glamorous as Spencer, after all. Is it ready for me right now? I'm sure you'll get there at some point, Neon. Spencer would definitely work pulling Pullman coaches, I do agree, but he'd be better suited with those gorgeous Silver Jubilee coaches. That the A4s, Spencer's basis, were built for. The high-speed Silver Jubilee Express. Bring back a forgotten character like Hank? Yeah, that could work. Duck and the Slip coaches? Yes. Actually, I think the story would be called Prissy Pullmans, Jacob, rather than Gordon and the Pullmans, because that's just too generic sounding. But yeah, as I said, I do really think Pullman coaches would work well for a Gordon story. Gordon story. Indeed. Hornby Spencer to pull these coaches? Yeah, that would be a splendid sight, Logan. That is a really good idea, Jacob. Yeah, Electro, did you know that Hank's basis, the Pennsylvania Railroad K4s, were the direct inspiration for Sir Nigel Gresley's A1 Pacific's Gordon's basis? Write a story that fixes Rosie after the FunFest special? Yeah, Rosie was a little bit out of character in that episode, wasn't she, Electro?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't know about him, Neon. Hank did only appear in one episode, after all. Praised by railway historians? Really? Did any notable railway historians praise it? Technically, yes, Electro. Were the K4s Pennsylvania Railroad engines, Jacob? I'm sure they were, but I can't quite remember. Yeah, technically they are Electro. Pennsylvania Railroad. Let's have my pannier pull these 3 Pullmans now. Because why not? I would do a special Pullman seaside special through Devon and Cornwall. Seasons 3, 4, and 5? It would work in any of those seasons. Electro. Oh, nice. I should do Spaceballs at some point. Grudge against each other? That is such a good idea, Jacob. Such a good idea. That was, of course, until the Pennsylvania Railroad and New York Central Railroad merged into Penn Central, and it was a complete disaster. Penn Central. Yeah, let's have the penny up pulling these Pullmans now, because why not? Let the Pannier do its own seaside special through Devon and Cornwall. Caitlin being the peacemaker, that would work. Magazine story topped off Thomas, which... Wait, Topped Off Thomas originated as a magazine story, Electro? Is that true? Did it seriously originate as one of Brenner's magazine stories? Not gonna run the pannier too fast. Hello, RP fan, nice to see you. Night at the Steam Railway last weekend? I'm very glad you did. Joe. Alright, Neon. Slow it down slightly. Do 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 do. Diesel does it again. I know, Electro. Most of Andrew Brenner's magazine stories were adapted into season 3 stories. One of which was the one Audrey himself hated. I know, Jacob. Robert Norby alongside Karen Caitlin. Hank is temporarily streamlined? No, that would be brilliant. Teaming out with Dirty Percy. did want, well, yeah, I'm sure Audrey would have loathed that. Electra, in a moment, I'm gonna send you a clip of the West Country class clan line pulling out of. Sorry, no, clan line isn't a West Country class. Clan line's a merchant navy, actually. Honestly, Electro, you know how you're always saying to me that certain locomotives and trains all look the same to you? That's something I can't. That's something that's very true with Oliver Bulleid's Oliver Bulleid's Merchant Navy, West Country and Battle of Britain locomotives. All three classes look really similar to me. I know that the West Country and Battle of Britons are smaller and lighter than the merchant navies, but other than that, they're pretty much identical. Both of them being 462 Pacific Express locomotives designed by Oliver Bulleid for the Southern Railway's Top Link services. Obviously, I know the difference between an unrebuilt and a rebuilt one. Still, though. Britons. Clan lines, actually. Yeah, it was ridiculous. I know, Joe. Was a big shame Eddie Stone failed. Welcome back, Mitch. Because I often get confused, I just simply refer to them as Bully Pacifics. They're express steam locomotives and better? Indeed. Why did you say that, Jacob? Because there were so many of them. So, Electra, if you're still there, I'm going to send you the clip I filmed of Clan Line departing with the Bellman Pullman, so you can see some real-life Pullman coaches, so that you can get a better idea of the coaches, of the snobby coaches Gordon will have to put up with. You still there, Electro? Yeah.
gone a bit quiet now. It's not too bad. Oh, I'm now officially on the road to 3,000 subscribers, guys. I should really start. I should really start writing the script for my 3,000 subscriber special soon. Where I talk about 25 of my favourite locomotives. Moo. That would have been very interesting, Jacob. Joe and Electro's both still there. Oh, Joe is still there, nice. Something going the other way for a change? Yeah, indeed. It's nice to see something actually staying on the track for once. I've had it for a while, actually, Joe. I've had it since June. I did say I had a penny in now. Oh, nice. Jacob. That would make for that would make for an interesting story.
10 people now. Lovely. I wonder how it would look if Sparky was top and tailing with Sparky. Oh, you're back. Why do you want him, Jacob? I don't know. Got the pannier running at the moment with my 3 Pullmans. It's very annoying, I know.
You are a very bossy engine. Shut the fuck up.
For the sake of it, let's just add 4th coach onto the back of quote-unquote ducks. Oh yeah, I just remembered I've called this pannier Quack. You know, duck and quack. Yeah, just for the sake of it, let's add a 4th chocolate and cream coloured coach to the back. Chocolate. Dun, dun, dun. Orange livery is horrible.
Why do you think it's horrible, Electro? I honestly like it. It's very unique, honestly.
That is such a good idea, Jacob. Billy learning humility in place of 16. That would be brilliant. Can't believe nobody else has thought of that. Yes, they were, Jacob. Also, Electra, I've sent you a video. I've clan line pulling a rake of real life Pullmans out of Tunbridge. Electra, I've sent you that to give you a better idea of the snobby coaches Gordon would have to put up with in the story I came up with. No, I think it's a 5700 from Bachman, Joe. From Bachman. Love story. Head over heels. Above with knee up. No! Oh, God. Billy in love with Nia. What, because they're both orange? Alright, MLP fan. But yeah, Cab Over Wheels was one of the orgy stories never adapted for the TV series. It's a story that Wilbert the Forest Engine told Thomas and Toby when he visited the Farquhar branch. Feldon on his side. It's fine, Joe. I'm grateful you were here at all tonight, Joe. So thank you for coming, and I hope we'll see you in the next stream. Alright. Billy from the Amazing World of Gumball. Nice.
You are a very, very bossy engine.
But that's not what it does. Also, Electro. Forgive me for being that guy, but Nia's name is actually spelt with an I, not a Y. But I guess but it doesn't matter because Nia's not a very fleshed out character anyway. Nia's not that fleshed out of a character anyway, so who cares? So it doesn't matter. Oh no. This chocolate and cream Mark 1 is always derailing. But it doesn't matter. But I guess it doesn't matter. Reject him on the spot, yes!
Some manners. Although I fear I must address you hoodlums in a manner you'll understand. I believe it is known in common parlance as a rap.
Shunt him into the sea first. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Billy's voice would that would definitely be suitable for Billy's voice. Not a Y. That. Doesn't shunt him into the sea first, like Percy. Or doesn't shunt him into the same ditch as Gordon fell into. In fact, that's actually made me think of something. Gordon could get so pissed off at the Pullman coaches in the story that he could say something like, "I have a good mind to shunt you all into that ditch over there. It taught me a thing or two a long time ago. Maybe it would do the same. Maybe it would do the same for you six." It taught me. I have a good mind to you all in Oh, whoops. What do you think? Onto the tipper's loading ramp. Nia's what you're used to. Nia with a Y is what you're used to. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Nia. Nia spelled with a Y. Nia's trying to bring onto the tipper's loading ramp what Percy went on to once. Oh, yeah. Yeah, at least that was one of the few good things about All Engines Go. Jacob. To be as much as I don't like All Engines Go, to be completely fair to it, it did at least... The All Engines Go did at least flesh Nia out more. To give it... Yeah. Credit where it's due. Celebration of 75 years, actually. Oh wait, you mean the 80th anniversary? Rather watch Chickens to School. Yeah, Thomas is a little bit out of character in that as well. Although I will admit, Thomas's tiredness getting him into a muddle was funny and kind of relatable. Absolutely, Train Guy, it is a complete joke. It's literally everything Audrey. All Engines Go is literally everything Reverend Audrey wanted to avoid when writing his books. That's mainly why it's so controversial. No one would care if the Thomas IP wasn't associated with it. But the reason everyone cares and everyone's so disgusted by it is because it's literally everything Audrey wanted to avoid. It literally embodies everything Reverend Audrey wanted to avoid when writing the Railway series. I don't know, Electro. When he did nothing wrong, I don't know. No, I have no interest in it whatsoever, MLP fan. Yep. Didn't do enough to stand out on it. All Engines Go didn't do enough to stand out from the competition. As a result, toy sales very quickly dried up, it stopped making money, and the series was inevitably cancelled. Unlucky Tug's prediction was right. And unfortunately, Electro, the Fat Controller does seem to have a habit of doing that. Occasionally blaming his engines when nothing goes, when it's not their fault. When a problem they get into isn't their fault. Henry crashing in something in the air wasn't his fault. It was the signalman's fault for sending him down the coastal line. Like Bob the Builder rebit, indeed. You still there, Electro? That controller, yes. Right. Let's add on 3 more coaches. Now let's have my Dean Goods and the Pannier double head, seeing as they're both Great Western engines. Double head with 3 extra coaches, seeing as they're both Great Western engines. Shit. Indeed, yeah, the model series always will be better. No one's going to remember All Engines Go. Everyone will always remember the model series. In fact, once I've done a double header, I might add on the Hall as well and make it a Great Western triple header. I think it would be good. Yeah, it ended after the 80th anniversary special. Honestly, though, the Unlucky Tugs Sodor's Finest episode on Thomas, followed by the Unlucky Tugs Sodor's Finest episode on Thomas, followed by the story segments in that video being condensed into being its own separate video. Thomas's Odyssey, the story segments being condensed into its own separate video, that felt more like the true 80th anniversary special than what All Engines Go came out with. Well, Thomas's Odyssey and Mattel releasing the pilot, those were the proper 80th anniversary gifts. I know nothing about the All Engines Go special. Not short enough it was. It was not short enough. Great way to put it, Electro. The Dean Goods and the Penia, they look surprisingly good double-heading this train together. It wasn't the Flash animation, it was Nirvana Studios that became defunct. The bankruptcy of Nirvana was partly to blame for All Engines Go getting cancelled. It was both the declining toy sales and the shutdown of Nirvana that got All Engines Go cancelled. Camera practical with convincing physics. Exactly, Neon. One of my favourite YouTubers, indeed. Electro, it's really a shame you don't really watch Unlucky Tug. I think you'd really like him, especially the story segments he does for his Sodor's Finest videos. Boys are stupid, yes. Oh, it's not Flash Animate. Sorry. Oops. Yeah, I guess I didn't read very well. What am I like? Yeah, honestly, Electro, you'd really like the Unlucky Tug Sodor's Finest story segments. They basically take the familiar stories of the characters we all know and expand on them, give them full voice acting and sorts of other things. Looks like I short-circuited when I put the haul on. I'm gonna put the haul on and have this be in the front now and have this be a Great Western special. A Great Western triple header. Western. Come on. Shit. Brandon Productions, nice. You don't watch him either? Drink pieces, I know. Absolutely. Jacob. He's the worst one of all. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Great Western special now. Great Western triple header. Hall, Dean, Goods, and Pannier, all Great Western engines. Pannier. Great Western. Such as 6 new words today. Pushed by trucks. Cursed out the trucks, ascended with his horns. Oh god. Didn't expect to learn 6 new words today. Retake of calling all engines. Oh. Don't you mean a react? Don't you mean a reaction? Or a review? Oh, I think we've had another lock-up. Twelve times table. Oh, we wrote. You said retake. And Ultra Solar Productions. Dudley's an OC. Dudley's a Thomas OC. Electro. He never appeared in the series. He's just an OC. There are many OCs. There are many Thomas OCs around. Yeah, Electro. Alfred, Dudley's not an official Thomas character, he's just an OC. Many of the, a good number of the fandom's Thomas OCs have have made appearances in Victor Tanzig's Stories of Sodor episodes. I honestly like Victor Tanzig's take on Sodor. I really like Victor Tanzig's Thomas A.U. It's so well thought out. Sodor Productions on Engine, nice. You ever watch Mike the Knight? Nice. What do you think Billy's Sodor Productions? I see.
Now why is the front pony truck derailing on the hall? Collingham Hall. Something to do with these.
Ow!
Where? Just a minute.
One of the most well-known
Shit.
Oh, hello, Spyro Kirby. Nice to see you. GWR Cavalcade, indeed. That's the point, Roto. Psychotic, velvety pieces of shit. Shunting. Made a new video. Nice. Team up with the Penguins of Madagascar. Interesting demo. Octonauts teaming up with SpongeBob and his friends would make a lot more sense, though, considering both underwater shows. So yeah, as I said, Electro, Dudley isn't part of the official show, he's just an OC. Other OCs, other Thomas OCs, that many fandom members have created include Peter, Jeffrey, several others. Oh no, now the tender's come off. And the front pony truck again. And now it's locked up. So as I was saying, Electro. There are many Thomas OCs that have been created. But one of the most well-known is Alfred the B12, who's meant to be an alternate take on 98462, one of, Alfred's meant to be an alternate take on 98462, one of the two unnamed Rude engines seen in the first book, Edward's Day Out, that Audrey claimed was sent away for being rude and nasty. Alfred had a big spotlight in some of Thomas I, Edward II, Henry III's videos, in which Alfred became so paranoid and so evil that he actually tried to blow up Henry and Gordon with a fuel train, only to blow himself up. If you can believe that, Electro. Learn about new Thomas characters and stories? Indeed. Batman theory? I don't know.
Chelmsford Steam Railway on Roblox. Chelmsfield Steam Railway. Awesome. It's just a shame that Alfred's creator. Shit, now the coupling's come off. And now this had a short circuit. It's just a shame that Alfred's creator, Scarloey123, believe it or not, was revealed to be a nonce earlier this year. Somehow being aroused by his own children and setting up a hidden camera in the bathroom of his home. Needless to say, the whole fandom was shocked and sickened when they found out that one of the most well-known Thomas fandom members was a nonce. Yes. My Little Pony truck. D4 out of Pony truck, yes. A nonce. It's just a shit. Yeah, people like who Scarloey123 truly is. Give us Thomas fans a bad name. Sonic Adventure DX mod? Cool. See you in a bit, Jacob. Yeah, he was a nonce. Unfortunately, the MLP fandom seems to be an even bigger breeding ground for nonces, which is ridiculous. Worst breeding for nonsense. Massive nonce. That you fucking nuts. You are such a massive nonce. You are such a massive nonce. You are such a massive nonce. Oh dear. I'm getting tired now. I am such a massive nonce. I am such a massive nonce. No, I'm not. I'm not. Why the hell did I say that? Obsessed with blowjobs. No. No. Loveless beep and beep and beep.
Neon, Spyro Kirby asked how you were doing. Why, Gemma? Overall not bad. Yeah, I was able to get a good page and a quarter of writing in today. I am such a mystical. I am such a mystical. I am almost. I am. I'm such a mystical. Why am I singing that? It's the Alfred Hitchcock films. Never King Kerbal for a while? Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I can see that. I understand that, Neon. I really do. Make sure the track joints are all okay. Yeah, I really must get this layout onto a proper baseboard eventually. And like really flesh it out. Everybody do your look. Oh, and now the Dean Goods has come off. Fat, purely non. Oh shit. Come on, couple. I am such a massive fucking. You fucking nuts. Never watched Scholarly 123? No, he's stopped uploading now anyway. He's gone to prison. There we go. I think the Great Western triple header's running smoothly now. Fingers crossed. Slowly on. Just a minute, guys. Awesome. Southern, not the Great Western. Oh. And it's off. Derailed. Detailed. A detailed derailment. Derailed. Derailed. Detailed. I don't blame you at all, Mitch. Some of these, good number of my engines could definitely do with oiling. Honestly. Is up. Is up. Is up. Is up. Fuck. This is up. Tidying up the yard a bit. Just doing a bit of tidying up of the yard at the moment. You are up there. Cool to see GWO Triple Header. I'm glad you like it, train guy. Sang at church today. Leaving to the cross. So you go to church, do you? Spiral Kirby. Interesting. Actually does as well. I wonder if he knows that's him. Lead me to the cross. Did you used to go to church? My family's never been religious, never actively went to church. Sure, everyone does, Dano. I didn't like. I never liked singing hymns personally. It always felt like religion was being forced upon me. And as a result, that kind of drove me away from religion completely.
I don't know what that is. No, I don't. Look at that electron.
Yeah, I sent you that.
Have you seen that clip I sent you of the plan line pulling those? You've seen that clip I sent you, Electro? Give you a better idea of the coaches Gordon would have to put up with. Some hymns. Yeah, it was the same at the schools, both schools I went to. Even though I always felt like the religion was being forced upon me. Not just the hymns that did those, everything else. Well, I'm glad you did, Neon. I always kind of felt that way with me. So did you see that clip of Cloud Line on the Pullman coaches I sent you, Electro? Give you a better idea of the kinds of coaches Gordon would have to put up with.
Oh, bloody hell! Sorry, but some ballast, I'm off. Sorry, I had to.
So did you see that clip yet, Electro? I sent you on Discord? All these engines definitely need oiling. Well, the Dean Goods and Pannier don't, but the Hall does.
Oh shit. Sane demo. Lead me to the cross. Is that a hymn you've heard of, Electro? The one Spyro Kirby sang today? Oh, bloody hell, I'm tired now. Oh, awesome, Mitch. You gonna stay to the end now? I'm gonna go for at least another hour, guys. Such a in the immense haze. Same, Electro. I couldn't escape them either, but I like that. Thanks, Mitch. Yeah, it's a good GW. Thought so. Hey! Oh, not at the moment. Well, it did earlier. A bit earlier, Neon. But for now, it's fine. By the angry letter dude. Hey! Mostly like the music. Build the helicopter. Right down the helicopter. And at the time those adverts were airing, there was no way I could have known that it would become a meme, especially the helicopter one. I remember I very clearly remember the Man Has Fallen into the River one playing on TV. I saw that one air on TV several times. The Man Has Fallen into the River one. A man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Start the rescue helicopter. Hey! This sounds very similar to the Legoland Windsor theme song. Build the helicopter and wreck the helicopter and off to the rescue. Pretty sure CS188 made that one. Deconstructs the helicopter. I guess that's on TV. You can do it. Brick by brick, step by step. Lego Batcave. Nice. Oh, one James A. Williams made.
Shit! And I'm pretty sure Electro was referencing the one CS188 made. Neon really likes CS188 Electro. CS188 also did one of the a YTP MV of Brick by Brick. Brick by Brick. Suck my dick. Played that before. I played that on the YouTube poop reaction stream before. The Brick by Brick one. Brick by brick, suck my dick. No matter how big, no matter how big. You can never have it if you do it brick by brick. Yes, I do see where you're coming from. Must have been very nostalgic seeing that, but for a lot of people. Hey, bye, Sparky. Thanks for coming. Seeing NK Power. Shame NK Power's retired now. Been back on the time. I might have seen a couple episodes of Dragon Tales air myself. That was magnificent indeed. Break by break, suck my dick. No matter how big, no matter how big. I'm a James, Papa fuck no one, fuck me. You can jizz 1,000, you can do it for a break. So in Cartoon Network for a time. Wait, he aired on Milkshake as well? Dragon Tales aired on Milkshake as well. That's interesting. Brick by brick. Suck my dick. PBS in America? Yeah, I knew that too. Electra, have you seen that video by The Odd Ones Out where he briefly talked about Dragon Tales? He sung that. Say Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales. He very badly sung the theme song. Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales. Wait, where's the thing? Same, Mitch. Maybe I thought it was. I need to die. Goodbye, little cattle poozle. General, when I relate to after using my pets. Indeed. I didn't mean the show itself, though. I mean the Odd Ones Out video on Dragon Tales, where he badly sung the theme song.
Unless he mentioned that episode as well. You grew up with cable TV? Yeah, that's the one. Don't like me? Let's see why. Snuggled in bed and watched a few episodes. That's adorable. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I seen that one. What episodes? Crystal Maze? I have no idea what Crystal Maze is, Damo. Some stairs when I was 2. I thought you still watched it regularly, Electro. My face to stitch, absolutely. I thought you still watched Dragon Tales regularly, Electro. Ah! Oh, me back. Oh, me fucking back. I think I put a muscle in it. Mate. Pretty good episodes. Episodes from season 3. Can't remember which one this is. Yeah, good. What, before it was filmed in digital? Oh. Done my back in. I'm not sure, Mitch. My next vlog is going to be a 2-part one, uploaded over the course of a couple of weeks. Both days I was at Fantasia Land. Why did I yawn like that? Not for a while. I would watch it when I was on my walk, but I may have gone off from it. I'm sure you'd still like it if you went right back to it, Electro. But not calling her Pinky. That is interesting, Turn off your greatest entertainment, indeed. When am I next at the R&D Art? Very soon, actually. In fact, I'll go next weekend. I always try to go on like the first Sunday of October. First weekend of October. First weekend of May and October is always when I try to go. So that's when I'll next be at it. Yes, it's Mr. Incredible. Indeed. Does the mother stare get to you? Yeah, that will be one of the morals of the Rapid Kamari film, not letting despair get to you. That'll be one of the morals of it. Well, maybe. We'll have to wait and see, Mitch. Depends. Hitter, where violence is not the answer? Indeed. Just one with the lever play. Oh no. Someone's riding tails. Nice. Welcome back, Jacob. Yeah, same here, Dan. That's one of my favourites too. It really does sound nonsense. Oh my God. Reverend says, just look at the snow wave found the lights on payment road. Oh, that would be adorable. But with all the Skylight characters as well, Electro. Train's been going well. Worst of the summer, nice. Next to us. Awesome. So it's one of your favourites too as well, Electro. Thank you so much, Mitch. See if I can do another one when I next go. No promises though. The last RH&DR stream I tried to do was a bit of a disaster. Not even Halloween yet?
No, indeed. I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't even celebrate Halloween anymore. I don't care for Halloween anymore. Halloween's now just more of a depressing day for me now, because it's like the day before November, the worst month of the year, before everything all like the heritage railways and theme parks closed for the winter, and it all gets depressing. But then I have 2 lots of annual fireworks to get through before start of the year.
You hope it doesn't get rebooted. Great laugh as it is, though I do agree. Is it across the ice trying to recall? Yes, indeed. That's one of the best scenes. Hearing stories and performances, indeed.
Very. Yeah, I understand, Mitch.
But yeah, I don't celebrate Halloween anymore.
Kind of grown out of it, and I've grown out of trick or treating, and no one comes to our house for sweets anymore, so it's just not fun for me anymore. So we stopped doing it from around 2000, after 2000. Can't remember if it was I think it was 2023 we stopped doing it. We certainly stopped it by 2024. But on the plus side, at least November now means I have Spyrovember to look forward to. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing on the 31st of October, preparing for Spyrovember. I'm going to start writing the script for one of the Spyrovember videos on the 1st of October. So I've got a whole month to prepare. I already know the lineup for this year's Spyrovember videos. Season 2. Seems quite sudden. So put decorations up regardless and the pumpkins? Yeah, we don't do that anymore. Still celebrate Halloween? That's fair, Damo. Did you agree it did seem quite stunning? The ending was interesting. They write a book and call it Dragon Tales, then the credits roll. So did the Dragon Tales story wrap up with that episode, Electro? As I was saying. Don't dress up. Season 2, but the last thing we see was Una and Bubba looking disappointed over the fact they slept through the solar eclipse. I'm sure they got to see it in the end. And then nothing for 10 years until the new Friends film. Alright, bye MLP fan, thanks for coming. It already had... Well, it hasn't been rebooted, Damo, but it has been continued. It is now continuing, Damo. And they settled on Dragon Tales. So was that their last ever visit to Dragonland, or the book? Third season, yes. Inclusive in it, indeed. Seem a bit confused. Or was it supposed to be like a meta joke rather than a proper ending? I think there was supposed to be more of a meta joke than a proper ending. Right, as I was saying, guys, so I think I've got this year's Spyrovember videos all lined up now. So I'm gonna open this year's Spyrovember videos by doing a tier list of all the homework of every single world and level in Classic Spyro, and doing a tier list of them. I've never done a tier list before, so the logistics of that might be good. I don't know.
Then I'm gonna start my Then for the second video, I've decided I'm gonna start my gameplay series of The Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. I haven't done a gameplay episode in months. I said I was gonna do more of them this year, so I'm gonna get back to my gameplay videos by playing Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. Then for the third video, it'll be a part 2 to the If Spyro Villains Were Charged for Their Crimes video. Did you come up with a story for Dragon Tales in the past? I see. A bit confused. What Dragon Tales full soon? A4 and TT gauge? Nice. I'm probably gonna ask for a 00 gauge 9F this year. Bitch. As I was saying, guys, so the third video in this year's Spyrovember will be part 2 to If Spyro Villains Were Charged for Their Crimes. And then for the final video, the script of which I'm going to start on the 1st of October, is going to be the top 10 things I'd like to see in Spyro 4. The game which Toys for Bob are very likely working on at the moment. They have done something very interesting, Neon. Indeed. Hang on, guys, just need the loo again. I'll be right back. Just give me 30 seconds, guys. Alright, I'm back. What's the chat been saying? So yeah, guys, those are the Spyrovember videos you have to look forward to this year. You all looking forward to this year's Spyrovember? Cassie and Wheezy, best of the 4 main dragons. That makes sense, Electro. Chris O'Dell is a rating indeed. Ugh. What's time's breaking? Can you two steel wheels and steels? Oh, hang on. Left one of the coaches behind.
Left him behind. We've left him behind.
Oi! Ah, shit.
Fudge.
Ow!
Bugger. Buggering tender. Your mum. What could be more giddy than that?
So today. Good.
Season to my child go for Spider-Man? Yes. My meek nature while wheezes my enthusiasm. I don't think you're meek, well, what does meek mean? Can't remember these. Liam Nelson or Pierce? Pierce Brosnan would be an amazing Puffin rock narrator. Electro, definitely. Your first situations? Indeed. You John G from James Bond? Nice. Puffin rock would. Pierce Brosnan would be perfect to narrate Puffin rock. Absolutely perfect. Quiet, gentle, and easily imposed on. I know, Electro. I know, well, you're certainly very kind, Electro. Just like, Lily.
Ah, we got a derailment.
Bloody hell, man. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Bloody. It's a bloody blood day. Bloody blood day. Come on. There we go. Cassie, who does the same thing. Wait, Cassie actually shrinks when she gets upset? I never knew that. What exact? Indeed. Saddening but adorable, I guess. Why is the tender coming off now? That one curve. Why is Collingham Hall's tender coming off? Bloody hell. Never knew that. Anyway. When she was trying to make friends with her, shrunk down in response. I can only remember one time Lily shrunk. That was when she was reminded of her traumatic breakup with Nemu. From.
certain stuff better. Show you how it occurred. Oh, yeah, that would take a bit too long. Indeed. Alrighty. Honestly, Electro, not only is that a lot less cliche than normally happens with sad cartoon characters, not only is that a lot less cliche, but not only is that a lot less cliche, but it's also a bit more mature of Lily. Yeah, it is. Ah, shit! Derailment! Stop! Right. Railment. Seeing that. It's realistic, it is a bit more realistic. To have a tomboy fighter-like attitude. Nessie's a bit like that, Jacob. She's mostly a tough tomboy, but does allow her more feminine side to show as well. In fact, in yesterday's roleplay, I was going to have a scene where Nessie would single-clawedly take on some of Eric's loyalists herself and take them all down all by herself, but I forgot to include it. And it'll be a fight scene very similar to... I picture the scene being a very similar fight scene between Diane Foxington and the bad girls in The Bad Guys 2. I basically pictured Nessie fighting a group of female Bordraslavian secret police officers. But I forgot to include that scene. But it's...
Right. So yeah, what do you three think? Ugh. Anything new? Not coming here immediately? Very mature for their age? Yes! That is very mature. I appreciate they don't act like that. Thank you, Neil. That's very sweet. Yes, it was, Jacob. I think I preferred this. I definitely preferred the second bad guys over the first one. The dreaded purr. The dreaded purr. The dreaded purr is how you know a coach is derailed. As the wheels run along the plastic sleepers. That's what I like to call it, the dreaded purr. And more than one character? I understand, Neon. Electric Boogaloo. As well, nice. Make himself in state for Electro, indeed. Girls' night out together, and a few of the other female Skywrite characters. Zombies or chickens? Oh yeah. Chicken Chucky. So yeah, what do you think of that fight scene idea, Electro? Nessie took on some of Eric's female loyalists. Oh, I've got an idea. Perhaps Nessie can do that when we take out the holdout loyalists of Eric's empire. Yeah, just like Diane Foxington, I can just like Diane Foxington. Nessie is also definitely an action girl. Without question. Action. Action girl. You are under arrest. Stop or I'll shoot. You're too forgiving. I don't give a... That's a shit. Ouch, this keeping derailing again. Oh shit, my computer battery's running low. Hang on a second, guys. I need to get my laptop charger. Just a minute. Where's I put my phone? I'll be right back, guys. I just need to get my phone charger. Sorry, my laptop charger. Be right back. I'm back. Just a moment. Just gonna plug the laptop in. And then I'll need to run my charging cable over the tracks. Just a moment. One moment, please. Ah. Now, where did I put my phone? Oh, here it is. It was buried. Track's gone a bit quiet. Is everyone still there? Oh my goodness. Why am I suddenly so tired? Alright, bye Rob. Thank you for coming. Oh, Neon, Electra and Jacob all still there. Oh, Mitch is still there. Lovely. Floofy. Floofy. Stop staring at my floof while I attack. How can an owl have that much floof? Mother is floofy. Something. Yes, someday. Fergus. Massive ginger. Ginger dad. Oh yeah, Neon's still there. Learning to sing at the moment. I know. Still improving. Learning to bake on and off. Oh, nice. The Great Skywrite Bake Off. The Great British Bake Off. I used to watch Bake Off a lot, but nowhere near as not really anymore though. Though I am aware of that viral clip of one contestant who I don't know the name of accidentally cutting themselves and fainting due to seeing their own blood. I don't know his name, but he fainted after seeing his own blood. He fainted. Does anyone know the name of that contestant? Fucking couldn't wait to fucking move. Ow! Oh dear. getting back in the castle. Nice. Strider ducking guards. Correct it, Rosie? Yep, the Great Skyrite Bake Off, that's what I said. Does anyone know the name of the contestant who fainted after accidentally cutting himself and seeing his own blood? Right, we're getting very tired now. So we'll go for another 10-ish minutes and then end. This running session was a bit more successful than yesterday's one. Definitely less frequent derailments. Totally fair. Though at some point in the Raptor Dog series, as Douglas, one of Douglas's side hobbies is that he likes to do cooking, so as Douglas's cooking improves, I've got a whole series-long arc planned for Douglas in terms of his cooking abilities. He's going to go from absolutely terrible to one of the best chefs around. Nice, Mitch. And at some point in the series, like in either season 4 or 5 of Raptor Dogs, Douglas will participate in the Great Canine Bake Off. It's going to be like a side thing. One of his just be one of his side things. Armadale on Coronation Street? Well, good for you, but neither show is for me. Still then. Ow! Thought the tender of the full class had derailed again. He's a railway enthusiast. Is he really? That's interesting. Oh, we've had another lock-up of the Hall's wheels.
President. Mr. President. President. This is under. Compare the market.com, so do I. All 6 established unicorn characters. Jacob, Nimue, Alito, Orion, Winterbell, and Laura. Go compare. Oh yeah, the go compare and compare the market. 6th of October. Awesome, Mitch. Happy birthday in advance. Of everything. Oh, Leora, I see. Not Laura. Bye-bye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.